Wow, wow, wow. Owner video. Amtrak T. There they all are. I take Amtrak a lot, you know. Hold on. I had to put it back on my noggin. I take a lot of Amtrak. I don't drive because I don't want to be convicted of multiple counts of manslaughter. You know, it's 2014. Shouldn't they be calling it non-binary slaughter? I don't take Greyhound unless I really have to because I don't particularly enjoy being abandoned at the side of a highway at 3 in the morning in West Texas and being treated like it's my fault for having the gall to think that Greyhound would take me to the location that I thought it would take me to. That's pretty foolish of me, huh? And I don't fly because I'm apparently the only smart person in the entirety of the United States of America. Because now it turns out if you even so much as look at an airplane, you've got like a 1 in 5 chance of immediately bursting into flames and dying. So hey, Amtrak, and boy howdy do I like tea. So look at that. And they've got what could possibly charitably be described as tea. They're in bags. They're all Teavana. It's not an Amtrak brand or anything, but you know, it's on the train, here in the lap of luxury of the roomette. That's me, the luxury haver. So let's give it the old a preschool try. Teavana Radiant Green. We'll see how radiant it is. Or if it's ooh, that is quite radiant. It smells pretty nutty. It smells like a little roasty, toasty. Toasty's more accurate. Toasted cereal kind of note. Alright. These all got steamed at the same temperature because they just used the little hot water thing in the old coffee machine. So in a way, this is a review also of the capabilities that Amtrak has to make tea. Unless you bring a kettle, which you could. There's an outlet right there. Alright, here we go. Okay, there's a little bit of bitterness creeping in. It's a little toasty. Little, okay. That's a decent evolution on that. That's not bad for a bagged green. There's some okay, there's some grass at the start. Does it get oceany? Not really. Look at all this scenery. Hot beverage. Weirdly, this might end up being the best brewed one. I don't know what temperature the old spout and the coffee machine spurts out, but I don't think it's very high. I can still taste it in my mouth. I gotta say, that's one of the better bags of green tea I've had in my life. Not that I've had many, but it was okay. Alright, palate's officially cleansed. Let's do the breakfast. Right, that's what you are? Oh, Lipton. I said these were all Teavana, I was wrong. So, are you English? Okay. You're just black tea then. I thought you might have been English breakfast. I feel like I was told it was English breakfast. Okay, it's definitely a very dark brew already. I smell almost nothing off of that. Oh boy, I almost spilled all these on the way back, because walking is hard, and you know, walking through the laps of luxury that are the Amtrak roomettes. Sleeper cars are a little tougher. I never see this route in the daylight. I'm always going north. I don't know how I manage that. It's weird. How can I always be going north and still end up south of where I was? That doesn't make sense. Oh. Oh, that's great. Okay. That tastes like a memory of a black tea. Oh, that's all very faint. Ooh, I got that nice burning plastic smell I sometimes get on the Amtraks. I don't know what that's from. what sort of diesel burning nonsense that is out there, really dumping microplastics right into my nostrils. Okay, there's a hint of malt. There's kind of the idea of flavor hanging out of my mouth for a while, but not so much the flavor of flavor. It's a little more conceptual than that. There's a little bit of little bit of like an animal, like muskiness to it that you get with some Ceylon teas. It's not a flavor I'm in love with, but it's very tuned down here in a way that I'm kind of okay with. That like really, I don't know, tastes like I got my mouth right on a beaver. Beaver or lever?
I don't know.
Okay, yep. That one's less good to be expected out of a Lipton. You know, Lipton's a little... It's not as good as Tivana, is my assumption. Now, this is what I usually get. And I never realized that the black tea... I've taken a lot of Amtrak, you know. As already established in the opening title crawl. I always get the oral gray. Not so much for the hand gray, to be honest. And I definitely made the right choice, not realizing that the other option was black tea from Lipton. I thought it was just Tivana. Alright, let's take a look at you. I like an Earl Grey. You look pretty similar. The bag looks like you've got some bigger chunks in there. There's definitely a variety of chunk. It's also kind of foamy. I wonder if that bag's on a train. I wonder if that bag knows it's on the train. I mean, I smell that slippery flavor of the old Earl Grey. Okay. I taste the bergamot. I can feel the bergamot. It's a nice texture. I didn't get any sugar or dairy product. Maybe I should have done that. That could have been a good idea. Wowza. Look at them. Isn't that nice? Can I taste the tea in there? Oh, maybe a little bit on the back end. Back end? Jeez, this is the most erratic review of an Earl Grey tea I've ever heard. Also, it's classified as modern, which is an interesting choice. I mean, it seems like Tivana just does kind of pick an adjective at random and put it in front of their tea, just judging from these two. I don't know, modern. Weirdly, modern makes me think it's got more relationship to the 50s than anything else. Pre-postmodern kind of thing. Does that make sense? It's kind of thin. I mean, it didn't have the highest temperature. Oh, look at that bus. Valley Transportation Authority. Alright, get in there, buddy. Yeah. Let's go back for a little, you know, give some time for everyone to oversteep and become bitter, unpleasant, and unlovable. Okay. The green's coming out grassier now. Hey, foamers. They're not foaming. They should be. That one guy might have been. Okay. Yeah. The toastiness is sort of relinquished to grassiness. It's not bitter. I'm going to call that a perfectly acceptable bagged green tea. Alright, now, Lipton, you've got another chance. Maybe we'll give you some time, you know, soak in the scenery of the American landscape. Like an animal hospital. A boot barn. They got a horse in a cage there. and all this other garbage. I'm going too quick despite being right next to the road. It's quite a squeaky vehicle that I'm in. Oh, well, we're catching up to that truck, so maybe everything I thought was actually incorrect. Okay, Lipton, I gave you some time. Okay, you're a little muskier. One more malt. Do it. I'm not gonna say I'm getting any fruit. I won't say that because I don't think I am. Very musky. I don't remember Lipton being so animalistic. No predator-prey thing going on here. I'm not talking about the movies. It's a joke for somebody. Or nobody. Oh, I'm feeling it. Earl Grey! Even better mouthfeel. I'm still pretty resolute in this being the proper choice, because this feels more, at least for me, on a train, feels more desserty. Which is what I actually kind of want out of a train tea. I don't want that much interestingness or subtlety. Really, on a more objective note, the green tea actually came out probably the best. And but I this is what I get, and what I will continue to get is the Earl Grey. It's also the bergamot really is worth a lot. I don't have tea with bergamot in it. I usually have good tea. They don't dilute it with garbage. Yeah. Those are all. And it's got more caffeine. Usually I need caffeine. Or at least theoretically it has more caffeine. Practically, I don't know if that's true. I'm suspicious of anyone making claims about the level of caffeination that tea has. I think they're all wrong, somehow. I think that was it. Was that a Valley Transportation Authority bus? Not sure. Alright, more pet hospitals. I'm seeing more animal hospitals than human hospitals. What's the deal with that?